I tried 100 plus AI tools. These 9 will make you rich. I've tested more than 100 AI tools. And here's what I learned. Most of them are forgettable. Some are basically the same chatbot with a different logo. Some save you 5 minutes. And some look impressive in a demo but are almost useless when you actually try to make money with them. But there are a handful that are different. These are the tools that can help you research faster, create more, build businesses, automate work, and produce in hours what used to take days. And that's where the real money is. So in this video, I'm giving you the 9 AI tools I would actually pay attention to if my goal was to increase my income. And I'm not going to tell you that simply signing up for these tools will make you rich. They won't. The tool is the leverage. You still need the business model. Here are the 9. ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Canva, Cursor, Lovable, Runway, 11 Labs, and Zapier. By the end, I'll also show you how I'd combine several of these into an actual AI-powered income machine. Let's get into it. 1. ChatGPT, your AI business partner. Let's start with the obvious one. ChatGPT. What does it do? Simple. It can help you think, research, write, analyze, plan, code, and execute a huge range of tasks from one interface. And that's exactly why it made this list. The money-making opportunity isn't ask ChatGPT to write a blog post. That's too basic. Instead, think about business output. Let's say you're a freelancer. Before AI, maybe you could handle 5 clients. With ChatGPT helping you research, draft proposals, create reports, analyze information, write first drafts, brainstorm campaigns, and handle repetitive work, you may be able to handle significantly more work without increasing your hours at the same rate. Or you could use it to create digital products. You could research a niche, develop an ebook, create worksheets, build a course outline, write marketing copy, and generate content ideas. ChatGPT's search and deep research capabilities can also pull together current information and produce documented research with sources. Why did it make my cut? Because if I could only keep one general-purpose AI tool, this would be one of the hardest to remove. It doesn't give you a business. It gives you leverage. And leverage is what we are looking for. 2. Claude, the long-form workhorse. Number 2. Claude. What does it do? Claude is an AI assistant that's particularly useful for working through large amounts of information, writing, reasoning, coding, and complex projects. Here's where I see the money opportunity. Imagine you're selling a service. Maybe it's business research. Maybe it's copywriting. Maybe it's consulting. Maybe it's content production. The bottleneck isn't always finding clients. Sometimes it's delivering the work. Claude can help you take a huge amount of raw information and turn it into something structured. You can give it a long document, a project brief, research notes, or a messy collection of ideas, and use it to help organize and develop the final output. That means your earning potential isn't necessarily tied to how fast you can manually process information. And that's important, because the richest use of AI isn't I can write faster. It's I can handle work that previously required more people or more hours. Why did Claude make the list? Because when you're doing serious, long-form work, the quality of the reasoning and structure matters. I wouldn't use Claude simply because it's another chatbot. I'd use it when the job requires thinking through complexity. 3. Perplexity, turn research into a service. Number 3 is one of my favorites for a completely different reason. Perplexity. What does it do? It acts like an AI-powered research engine that searches the web and helps you synthesize information with sources. Now here's the money. Research is valuable. Companies need competitor research. They need market research. They need product research. They need industry reports. They need lists of potential customers. They need information before making decisions. And traditionally, research can take hours. With an AI research tool, you can dramatically reduce the time it takes to get from "I need to know this" to "Here's what I found." Imagine offering a small business owner a competitor research report. You charge $100, or $300, or $500, depending on the depth and niche. Perplexity doesn't get paid for you. You get paid for turning information into a useful business decision. That's the distinction. Don't sell AI research. Sell the result of the research. Why did it make the cut? Because information is everywhere. But organized, relevant, and actionable information is still valuable. Canva turns ideas into sellable assets. Number 4. Canva. You probably already know Canva, but most people are using a tiny fraction of what it can now do. What does it do? Canva lets you create professional visual content, increasingly using AI to generate and edit designs, content, and even interactive experiences. And this one has an obvious money-making path. You can sell thumbnails, social media designs, presentations, flyers, business documents, lead magnets, ebooks, digital planners, marketing materials. And now Canva's AI tools extend into things like web research, brand workflows, and Canva Code, which can create interactive websites and experiences from prompts. Here's the important part. You don't have to become a world-class graphic designer. You need to become good at solving visual problems. A restaurant doesn't really want a Canva design. They want a menu that looks professional. A YouTuber doesn't want a thumbnail. They want more clicks. A business doesn't want a presentation. They want to win the client. That's what you sell. Why did Canva make the list? Because it's one of the easiest tools on this list to turn into an actual service business. 5. Cursor builds software without building a giant team. Transition screen recording of code. Now things get interesting. Number 5. Cursor. What does it do? Cursor is an AI-powered coding environment where you can delegate coding tasks to AI agents while you focus on what you're trying to build. And this is one of the biggest opportunities on this list. Because software has traditionally been expensive to build. You needed developers, designers, project managers, testing, multiple rounds of revisions. Now AI coding tools can dramatically reduce the amount of manual coding required. Cursor's current approach includes agents that can work through development tasks and even operate in parallel. So imagine you have an idea for a small software product. Maybe a calculator, a niche CRM, a reporting dashboard, a simple SaaS tool, a business directory, an internal company tool. Instead of spending months trying to assemble a development team, you can use AI to help you build a prototype much faster. And here's where the money comes from. You can sell the software, charge a subscription, charge a setup fee, build internal tools for businesses, or create small niche products. The key is not learning every programming language. The key is learning what people will actually pay for. Why did Cursor make the cut? Because it turns coding from a highly specialized bottleneck into something many more people can participate in. 6. Lovable, turn an idea into an actual product. On screen, idea right arrow, app right arrow, customer. Number 6. Lovable. And this one is especially interesting if you're not a traditional developer. What does it do? Lovable lets you describe an application in plain language and uses AI to help build, refine, and publish a working product. The opportunity here is simple. Find a boring problem. Build a simple solution. Charge money for it. For example, a small business needs a booking system. Build it. A real estate company needs a property inquiry tool. Build it. A school needs a simple student dashboard. Build it. A consultant needs a client portal. Build it. Lovable's current workflow is essentially describe, build, refine, and ship, with the platform generating code, UI, and working applications from natural language instructions. But here's my warning. Don't build random apps just because you can. That's the trap. The money isn't in creating an app. The money is in creating an app someone actually needs. And if you can find a problem worth paying to solve, AI dramatically lowers the barrier to testing your idea. Why did Lovable make the cut? Because it moves AI from producing content to helping you create an actual product. And products can scale differently from services. 7. Runway, turn video production into a business. On screen, AI video. Number 7. Runway. What does it do? Runway lets you generate and edit video using text, images, and existing footage. Now think about businesses. They need ads. They need social media content. They need product videos. They need promotional videos. They need visuals. They need content constantly. But professional video production can be expensive. Runway can help you generate short scenes, create visual assets, edit footage, remove objects, change backgrounds, relight scenes, and more. So instead of saying, "I want to make AI videos," think, "I want to sell video production to businesses." That's a completely different mindset. You could approach a local restaurant and offer 10 short promotional videos every month. Or a real estate agent. Or an e-commerce business. Or a YouTube creator. You're not selling Runway. You're selling content. And AI becomes the production assistant. Why did it make the list? Because video demand is growing everywhere, and AI can reduce the cost and time required to produce certain types of visual content. 8. ElevenLabs sell a voice, not a tool. On screen, voice waveform. Number 8. ElevenLabs. What does it do? It converts text into highly natural-sounding speech and provides AI voice tools for creating professional audio. And here's where this gets interesting. You can use it for YouTube narration, audiobooks, advertisements, explainer videos, training materials, podcasts, social media content, and multilingual content. ElevenLabs supports multiple languages and offers voice cloning and commercial use options on paid plans, subject to its terms and rights requirements. So imagine someone has a YouTube channel but doesn't want to record every video. You can offer a production package. They give you the script. You produce the narration. You edit the video. You deliver the finished content. Or imagine a company has 100 training documents that need narration. That's a business problem, and ElevenLabs becomes part of your solution. One important warning: Don't clone somebody else's voice without permission. And don't assume every AI voice has unrestricted commercial rights. Check the licensing terms. Why did 11 Labs make the cut? Because voice is no longer limited to people sitting behind microphones. That opens up legitimate production businesses that weren't practical before. 9. Zapier, the one that can save businesses thousands. Music BUILDS. And finally, Zapier. This might be the least flashy tool in this video, but don't underestimate it. What does it do? Zapier connects apps and uses automation and AI to move information and perform repetitive tasks automatically. And this is where things get serious. Because businesses waste enormous amounts of time doing repetitive work. Someone fills out a form. Someone copies the information into a spreadsheet. Someone sends an email. Someone creates a task. Someone updates the CRM. Someone follows up with the customer. You can automate that. Zapier now combines traditional workflows with AI steps and agentic capabilities across thousands of connected apps. And you can sell this as a service. Imagine approaching a business and saying, "I noticed your leads come through your website, but someone manually follows up with every lead. I can build an automated system that captures the lead, qualifies it, updates your CRM, and starts the follow-up process." You're not selling Zapier. You're selling saved time and recovered revenue. And businesses will often pay more to save or make money than they will pay for a fancy piece of software. Why did Zapier make the cut? Because automation is where AI starts moving from. I can help you do the work. 2. The system can do the work. The AI money stack. On screen, the 9-tool stack. So let's put everything together. If you want to think and create faster, use ChatGPT and Claude. If you want to research opportunities and markets, use Perplexity. If you want to create visual products and marketing assets, use Canva. If you want to build software, use Cursor or Lovable. If you want to produce video, use Runway. If you want to produce professional voice content, use 11 Labs. And if you want to automate business processes, use Zapier. But here's the bigger lesson. You don't need all 9s. In fact, please don't subscribe to all 9 tomorrow. That's another trap. The goal isn't to collect AI tools. The goal is to build an AI-powered income system. For example, you could use Perplexity to research a market. Use ChatGPT or Claude to develop the offer. Use Canva to create the branding and marketing materials. Use Lovable or Cursor to build the product. Use Runway and 11 Labs to create promotional content. And use Zapier to automate the repetitive operations. That's no longer just an AI tool stack. That's a potential one-person business infrastructure. Final warning. But before you run off and subscribe to everything, remember this. AI doesn't create wealth by itself. If you have no valuable skill, AI doesn't magically give you one. If you don't understand your customer, AI doesn't fix that. If nobody wants what you're selling, generating it faster doesn't help. The people who benefit most from AI are the ones who combine AI plus skill plus distribution plus a real problem worth solving. That's the formula. The tool is only the multiplier. Outro/CTA. So if I had to narrow the entire list down, ChatGPT for leverage, Claude for deep work, Perplexity for research, Canva for creative services, Cursor and Lovable for software, Runway for video, 11Labs for voice, and Zapier for automation. You don't need to master all 9. Pick one problem, pick one tool, and figure out how to use that tool to produce something somebody is willing to pay for. That's how you turn AI from something you play with into something that actually makes you money. If you found this useful, subscribe, because in the next video, I'm going to take these tools and build an actual AI-powered business model from scratch, including what I would sell, who I would sell it to, and how I'd try to get the first customer. And if you want that video, comment AI business below. I'll see you in the next one.